Well, hello there people from the internet and welcome to some Star Wars Battlefront. It's finally here. For those of you that live in the US, you should be able to play the game today. For those of you that live in Europe, you might have to wait another day or two before you get yourself into the game. Now, I'm playing some Walker Assault on the forest moon of Endor, and I've got to say, Endor still looks cool as hell. It's actually even better than I hoped it'd be. And you'll see little Ewoks throughout the map running into their little houses, being scared that people are shooting and all that sort of stuff. But today, we're looking at the Sith versus the Jedis, which heroes are better, which are not that good. And for me personally, I still think Luke Skywalker is one of the better heroes out there. It's just so fast, and now that they've changed what I really wanted back in the beta I've mentioned before, I just wanted your hero to be badass. You know, when you actually saw a hero, it should be something that you should be really scared of. You should just run, because there's not much you can do against it, unless you have a squad of friends and you can sort of team up against it. But other than that, they have changed. One of the major things that I didn't like about it is the losing of health. Now, you always, as soon as you got the hero back in the beta, you start losing that meter, that bar will start going down, and you end up losing health without you actually doing anything. So that's been changed, and I'm really happy about that. Now, if you do experience a little bit of lag, which you'll probably see a little bit here, that's because I was playing on a Singapore server with about 500 ping or whatever I had. So yes, there's going to be a little bit of lag for me. So don't worry, it's not the game, it's actually me that's lagging because I'm playing on a Singapore server with 500 ping. Now, when it comes down to heroes versus villains, the Sith versus the Jedi, I still think Luke Skywalker is one of the better heroes. I have played with Han Solo and I have played with Leia. Leia just feels like a regular trooper. And Han Solo, it does have a couple of other things out there, but it didn't really make me sort of want to jump right back in and get him again because he's really good. I still think Luke is one of the better characters out there. As for the Empire, the Emperor, the Boba Fett, and the mighty Lord Vader, we did get to experience Vader a little bit back in the beta, and I have played plenty with the Emperor and Boba Fett, and I must say that the Empire just seemed to have better heroes. For me personally, I feel comfortable with playing any of those heroes, and I always end up going for the Emperor or going for Vader. And even if I end up getting Boba Fett, I still feel comfortable playing with it. Well, I don't know if this is the right thing for me to call them heroes. They're technically villains, and they're the Sith. So let's just call them heroes for the sake of the argument. And I do have to say, I have played a ton of Battlefront so far, and I've played most of the maps. You'll be surprised to know that there isn't really that many maps when it comes down to Walker Assault. I mean, Walker Assault itself only has 4 maps, which is the Outpost Beta that we know from the beta. We have Junland Wastes, we have Sorrow Sub Centroplex, and we have the Forest Moon of Endor. And that's it for this game mode. When it comes down to, if you want to play Droid Run, you have the Sulfur Fields, you have the Ice Caves, you have Swamp Crash Site, Jawa Refuge, you have the Dune Sea Exchange, and you have the Rebel Base. Again, it's just kind of just the same maps, the same planet, but it's just a different part of the map that you experience, and then you'll get to play a little bit on. But really, there's not that much of a choice when it comes down to maps. As for the weapons, the new weapons introduced into the game, in the beta we only had a couple weapons. Now we get to see the full arsenal of the weapons, and we do have 11. They include plenty of blasters and plenty of pistols, so that's going to be up to you what you choose. And yes, I am going to play a little bit with the Emperor. Look at his hands. Nature of the dark side. The Emperor is just cool, and he does that little, if you press 3, and I'll be pressing it a couple of times. Look at that, man. That's just too cool not to do that. Now, one of the main reasons why I think that the Emperor is one of the coolest and baddest dudes out there is because his ability to drop a hero health pickup. Once you get yourself to a tight spot and you're low on health, all you have to do is press 2 and he will drop a pickup which you can take, and that will restore your health back to 100%. Now, technically, or let's just say in theory, this should be able to keep the Emperor alive for a whole match. As soon as you've got yourself a hero pickup, go ahead and turn it into the Emperor if you're playing on the Empire side, and with his ability to drop down a health pickup, you should be able to keep this going a lot longer than any of the other heroes and villains. If you're looking to pick up Star Wars Battlefront, there's a link in the description to my G2A page. You get to pick it up a little bit cheaper. And the one thing we want to cover just before we end the video for today is the customization. We wanted a lot of customization in the game. I want to make my character unique, and I just want to make him feel special. And when you meet somebody else, everybody's going to be slightly different than you, and it's going to be all sorts of cool little things that you'll get to see. So this is what we have to customize your character. If you're playing for the Rebellion, you're going to have plenty of skins out there to change. Mostly the only thing that you could really change is the head. And you can give him a helmet, or you can give him a different hairdo, you can make him Asian, you can make him black, white, old, young, all sorts of different things. And at the end, you can have a few different other skins which you can get yourself, and you will need sort of levels and money and all that sort of stuff for you to put into before you can unlock some of these. But that's pretty much it for the Rebellion. The only thing they can really change is the head. As for the Empire, you can have the Scout Trooper, which looks a little bit different. That unlocks a level 40. And the Shadow Trooper looks different, and that unlocks a level 50. But again, it's mostly just the head that you get to sort of unlock. As for emotes, you can have some emotes. If you press F1, F2, F3, your character will do something, which I don't see why that's a feature, but hey, maybe if everybody played this in first person mode and you got yourself behind a sniper or something like that, and you could do the droid, or you can clap, or you could do a scream or something behind him, that'd be pretty funny. But seeing that everybody's kind of playing in third person, is going to be pretty hard for you to pull that off while he's shooting at somebody. And that's it for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. As always, go ahead and post a comment, let me know what you think, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one.